In the big, busy city of Los Angeles, in the year 1947, there was a young woman named Elizabeth Short. She was only 22 years old and had big dreams. Elizabeth wanted to be a famous actress, like the stars she saw in the movies. She was beautiful and full of hope, always smiling as she walked through the streets, dreaming of her bright future. People called her the Black Dahlia because of her dark hair and the black clothes she often wore. But one cold January day, something terrible happened. Elizabeth suddenly went missing. Her family, friends, and even people who didn't know her became worried. Days passed, and no one knew where she was or what had happened to her. Then, on the morning of January 15th, something horrifying was discovered in an empty lot in the city. Elizabeth's body was found, but it was not like the Elizabeth everyone knew. She had been hurt in terrible ways, and no one could believe someone could be so cruel. The police quickly arrived, and so did reporters. They took pictures, asked questions, and the news spread everywhere. The whole city was shocked. How could something so terrible happen to a young woman with so many dreams? The newspapers called it the Black Dahlia murder, and it became the biggest mystery in Los Angeles. The police worked day and night to find who did this awful thing to Elizabeth. They knocked on doors, talked to her friends, and followed every clue they could find. But the more they searched, the more confusing the case became. They talked to many people who claimed they knew what happened, but those stories didn't lead anywhere. It felt like the answer was always just out of reach. People all over the country wanted to know who could have done such a terrible thing. Some thought it was someone she knew, while others believed it could have been a stranger. The police had many suspects, but none of them were ever proven to be the one responsible. It was like the truth was hiding in the shadows, just like Elizabeth had once hoped to be hidden in the bright lights of Hollywood. As the days turned into months and then years, people still couldn't forget the Black Dahlia. The newspapers kept talking about her, and the city of Los Angeles never stopped whispering about what had happened. But despite all the attention, the case was never solved. It remained a sad, haunting mystery, leaving people to wonder why someone so full of life and dreams had to meet such a tragic end. Even today, the story of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, is remembered. Her name lives on, not as the famous actress she wanted to be, but as a symbol of a mystery that no one could ever truly solve. People still feel sad when they think about her, hoping one day the truth will come out, and justice will finally be done. And through this mystery, we learn an important lesson: to always be kind, to care for one another, and to hope that in the end, even the darkest mysteries can one day be brought into the light.